Hey, what's up? My name is JJ, and I'm coming off of Suboxone, 8 milligrams. I've only been on it for about 6 months this time. I just came off of 8 years of methadone in the fall into the winter of 2019, right before the COVID deal. Um, I got off of the methadone with kratom, and it was you can't see the label, but it's Gold Manga by Modern Day Miracles. I cut it off, but I use that after I got through the hard part with these joints right here. These are the OPMS Gold, the 5 count. When I was coming off of methadone, I was coming off of like 65 milligrams, and I had to take like probably 6 or 7 of these a day minimum when I was coming off methadone to get through the day, and I did that for I want to say, I don't know, 9 days I did with these, and then the rest of the days I had this is the powder, but I had it in the capsules, and I was just taking like 7 to 10 capsules, maybe like twice a day, something like that, which is not much, considering how strong methadone is and being on it for that long. Anyway, I ended up getting off of that, but I ended up staying on kratom because you do withdraw off kratom, and if you're on it for a while, I ended up being on it for like 9 months, but if you try to come off of kratom after being on it for a while, you can withdraw up to 11 days. I know this personally because I went through it, and on my 12th day, I ended up going and relapsing because I was going through something, and I didn't have my spiritual tools that I have now that I'm able to get through this with. So I ended up going to Suboxone. This is not my first time on Suboxone, but I ended up going into Suboxone 6 months ago, and I've been on pretty much 8 milligrams since. So I want to say 11 days ago, I started weaning down from 8, and I ended up at 2 milligrams, and then the last 3 days of that 7-day week, I was at like half a milligram, 2 milligram, and then the last day of that week was half a milligram. So I weaned down decently for that week. Then I started with the kratom again because I bought this prescription called Lucemyra, and I bought 2 of these. It cost me $1,600, and it does work. Don't get me wrong, but you're only supposed to be on these for 14 days, and I have like 72 of these, and you can take. If you're going through severe withdrawals, like if you was on a high dose of methadone and coming off of that, for 14 days you could use these, and you can take 4 of them up to 4 times a day. That's like the max they want you to take. But if you add that up, that's quite a few pills, and that's going to end up costing like $2,200. So, and insurance doesn't cover it. Mine don't, and I haven't found any places that would take insurance. If you can, more power to you. I had to pay cash. I paid $1,600. So, I have actually just been using, I'm on day 4, by the way. Tomorrow's day 5, and I'm straight. I've been sleeping 8 hours a night. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even had no problems. I do have to keep taking this every now and then. I bought 5 of these 5 packs. That cost me $217. And I bought those, and I have only had to use 4 of one of those packs. And I didn't even take these until it got bad enough to take these, which I've taken. I took 1 on day 2, and it was too strong for me. But when I was on methadone, I could take 2 of these at a time, and that would barely do it for me. So Suboxone is nothing like methadone. Not to scare you off, because this stuff will cover you up for methadone, but it's just going to cost more and take more, but it can be done. I'm making this video because I feel surprisingly great for day 4. Like I said, I've been through this a few times before, and I'm trying to tell you, it costs you money to get off of it, unless you want to go to jail, withdraw in jail, do it for free, or if you got the cojones to do it at home, which I don't. I'm weak when it comes to withdrawals. I can be tough and everything else in my life, but everyone's a gangster till they got to come off these withdrawals, and it ain't a game. So, luckily this year we had stimulus and taxes, and I was able to take care of all my stuff, pay up all my bills, and I was able, by the grace of God, I honestly believe that God put this in my favor and was able to do this for me. But I thought I was gonna have to quit my job. I just started my job 6 months ago. That's why I got on Suboxone, to not lose my job, because the kratom was crashing me. You don't want to stay on kratom longer than you have to withdraw from whatever you're getting off of. Long-term effects will start making you miserable. Malnourishment, and at first it makes you hungry, boosts your sex drive and all that stuff, but long-term effects, like not even a year, you start feeling those long-term effects, and it ain't cool. It made me very depressed to the point I relapsed the day I stopped taking this, and then I went to the place I got on Suboxone from a doctor that next day, because I was like, I can't go back to this. I got 4 kids, and I moved down here to Tulsa to get away from that lifestyle. So I'm not gonna come down here and jack this up again. So that's what's going on here, and I just want to make this video to show you it can be done, and I'm doing it on a bare minimum. I've been breaking this capsule open. I took this capsule like 4 times. I broke this capsule up in like 4 times, some 3, but just do bare minimum what you need. Don't overdo it, man. If you overdo it, you're just setting yourself up for harder withdrawals and for more money. It can be done by just getting by. It's this modern day miracle gold mangda. This was when I first got this was 500 grams, and I paid, I don't know, I think I said $117. That's how much this was, and it was about that full actually of the powder. And this scoop right here is a 1 tablespoon scoop. Okay, that's all. I've only been doing half a tablespoon, and when I was on kratom before I went to Suboxone, I was having to take 1 tablespoon every few hours, and I would start withdrawing that quick off of kratom. I'm telling you, don't get stuck on the kratom. Use it to get off your stuff, and then withdraw off this if you have to for 3 to 5 days. It's not bad, just like kind of little leg tinglies and loose energy. Like it's nothing like coming off of anything else. But you wait and you prolong it, and it gets worse. You're not gonna like it. You'll be waking up in the middle of the night having to take this, like if you was an alcoholic, having to wake up and take your drink. That's how this be, because it's such a short half-life. But I'm gonna post up again in 2 days. You know, these day 4 through 9 was the worst for me for methadone, so that's why I'm checking in now. I'm on day 4. I'm still straight. I'm hoping that just like methadone, day 4 through 9 is the worst. I might even be done by 9. I wasted all this money for nothing. But my wife, she's doing the same thing as me. She just isn't in a situation where she can come off of it this moment. So if I have this stuff left over, I'll just use it for my wife when she's ready. It's not like a waste of time, waste of money if you're gonna use it, if you have something to use it for. But in my opinion, it's safer if you got the money to use these. The Lucemyra or Lofexidine, Lofexidine tablets. Your doctor can prescribe them. What do you call that? Your personal medical doctor, whatever. I don't know. Your primary care physician. That's what it is. I just hooked up with him, and he wrote it for me. I explained to him what was going on. He tried to sell me on clonidine forever. I heard that it can be bad on your blood pressure, but this is the only FDA approved medicine for withdrawal. So I was like, you know what, I'll just pay the money, and because I don't want to have to, I have 1 shot to do this. So if I'm gonna do it, I want to make sure I got everything I need to do this. So that's why I got these, just in case, because I ain't going back. The Lord's called me to do something. He's giving me every way I can to get off this and to move forward. He just got me off cigarettes like nothing. I've been smoking for 15 years. I'm 31. Smoking since I was 14. Really, could have been longer than 15 years. And I've been trying to get off of cigarettes for the last 10 years. I'm talking about vapes, patches, dip, nicotine gum. I've been to try everything, but this time it was different. I had a conversation with God on the way home from the gym, and I just told him, okay, I quit. I throw this last one out. If you can give me the strength to get through this, because 1 second, just a second. One second. That was my son trying to get in. Anyway, And I said, Lord, I can't do this on my own. If you can give me the strength, I'll do this. And I threw my last cigarette out, the one I was puffing on. I put it out, crumbled the other ones up. And the next day, God carried me through it. I had a couple little triggers, and every now and then I still have a trigger, but I know I don't have to act on them. It's crazy. My wife smokes. She smokes a pack a day. I have to smell it every day, but God gave me that strength. God cut that tie that binded me, and I crap you not. It's straight miracle in my life for me. That's something that addiction for me. I'm weak. I'm weak with addiction. I'm strong-willed and everything else, but that I'm weak in, and God was the only way I could get off this stuff. So I give all the glory to God. This is not me. If it wasn't for God pushing me, the Holy Spirit convicting me, I wouldn't even have wanted to get off this stuff. I've been on it my whole life. You know what I mean? And it's gotten me on my feet, and it can definitely get you where you need to go. But God was telling me it's time to get off this. We had plans, and it was time to get off this. So that's why I only waited 6 months before I got off of it this time. And if you can get off of it, man, the longer you wait, the worse it's going to be, and the longer it's going to take to get off of it. But all right, day 4, I'll check back in 2 days.